Welcome back to another weekly Anchor Update. As always, I'm Brody.
And I'm Reagan. Today's top stories are: thousands of Rhode Island State employees receive incorrect W-2 forms. State officials work to issue corrected tax documents. Women and Infants Hospital steps in to help future nurses pay off student loans. And Roger Williams Park Zoo offers free admission for fans wearing Patriots gear.
But first, let's find out what's happening on campus with Joe.
And now it's time for on-campus events. Looking for a fun night with friends? Galentine's Night is happening Thursday, February 5th from 5:30 to 8 p.m. in Gage Hall rooms 200 and 205. The event includes a Press on Nails workshop, a vision board party, and time to connect with a Rick career and life design specialist. It's open to students and celebrates community and creativity. And next week, there's a virtual guest lecture you can tune into. On Wednesday, February 11th from 12:30 to 2 p.m., Dr. Ellen Carrillo from the University of Connecticut will present Teaching Disciplinary Reading in College, Challenges and Possibilities. The Zoom lecture will explore how college students read today and what current research says about improving learning across disciplines. Those are your on-campus events. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Joe.
Next, we go to our Anchor TV sports team.
Thanks, guys. Welcome back to the Anchor TV Weekly Sports Recap. Shane Marshall and Jill Guilfoyle here. These are the top highlights from this past week in Rith Athletics.
Wrestling went over to Wheaton, Illinois to take on the Pete Wilson Invitational this past Friday and Saturday. Fifth-year wrestler Aiden Faria spotted a fourth-place finish at the 174-pound mark. He went 5-2 in his contest, both losses coming against the 13th-ranked wrestler in the country in Faria's weight class. Freshman Jaden Tesher placed 8th at the 285-pound weight class. He went 4-3 on the weekend and had 3 pins.
Senior day for the Anchor women's swimming team. They faced off against UMass Dartmouth for the final home meet of the regular season, losing 65-57. Pre-meet ceremony held for Mabel Huynh, Katie Clayman, Olivia Landry, and Morgan McCann. McCann a first-place finish in the 100-yard breaststroke. The 400-yard freestyle relay of McCann, sophomore Taryn Reed, and freshman Caitlin Rogers and Victoria Badger, finishing first to close off the final event.
Finally, women's basketball is now second in the LEC thanks to a 74-63 win over VTSU Castleton Saturday. The Anchor women connected on over half their shots on a highly efficient day. Junior Megan Schwerman led the team with 21 points to go along with 6 rebounds. Fellow junior Abby Wager added 17 points with 6 rebounds, 2 blocks, and a steal. Rick 7-2 in conference play.
For the full weekly recap, go to anchorweb.org for the new article containing all results from the past week of Rith Athletics. Shane Marshall and Jill Guilfoyle bringing it to Tim Yeen for upcoming events and a look at the latest Anchor TV Interviews episode.
Thank you, guys. Here is what's coming up for Rick this week. The basketball teams look to topple some tough Southern Maine squads Wednesday night at the Murray Center. The women trying to break the Huskies' undefeated conference record, while the men look to get back on track following a last-second loss to Vermont State Castleton this past Saturday. 5:30 and 7:30 the start times for the women and men respectively. They'll also play Saturday at UMass Boston, women starting at 1 with the men following up at 3. Wrestling is back at home for Friday night fights. They take on in-state opponent Roger Williams University starting at 7 in the Rec Center. The next day they'll be up at Henniker, New Hampshire for a meet against New England College beginning at noon. Track and field heads to Lowell, Mass to take on the Riverhawk Invitational. First events begin at 9 in the morning. Finally, gymnastics heads out to Springfield College in Massachusetts for a competition Sunday at 1. For Anchor TV Interviews, I interviewed our very own Vice President Alex Selico. Take a listen.
Oh, that's a really hard question. I don't know if I necessarily have a favorite. I have a most eventful, which Anchor News has written an article about this. But Don't Fence Me In, which was like the Western.
You can find the interview on the Anchor TV YouTube channel. For the Anchor TV sports team, Tim Yeen going back to Brody and Reagan.
Now let's get into our top stories. Thousands of Rhode Island State employees are dealing with a tax headache after receiving incorrect W-2 forms. The state says the forms were sent out with errors, including the wrong employer name and, in some cases, incorrect information that could affect tax filings. The Rhode Island Department of Administration says corrected W-2s are now being issued and employees should wait for the updated documents before filing. State officials are apologizing for the mistake and urging workers to only use the corrected forms.
A Wakefield theater has canceled a planned stage production after renewed attention tied to the recent release of Jeffrey Epstein-related court documents. The theater says the decision came after learning the playwright was named in newly released files connected to the Epstein investigation. Those documents were made public as a part of a broader disclosure involving the U.S. Department of Justice, though no criminal charges have been filed against the playwright. The theater says it chose to drop the production to avoid controversy and maintain trust with the community.
A major Rhode Island hospital is stepping in to help future nurses pay off their student loans. Women and Infants Hospital says it will help cover student loan costs for nursing students who commit to working at the hospital after graduation. The program is aimed at easing the financial burden on students while also addressing the ongoing nurse shortages. Hospital leaders say the effort is an investment in the future of healthcare in Rhode Island.
Fans of New England football can score a free outing ahead of the big game. The Roger Williams Park Zoo is offering free admission this Sunday for anyone wearing Patriots gear. The zoo officials say jerseys, hats, or other team merchandise will get fans into the zoo at no cost. The promotion is part of the zoo's winter events lineup.
Before we end, I want to give everyone a reminder of Anchor TV's upcoming Student Film Festival on April 18th. The deadline to submit a film is March 14th. I hope to see you there, and thanks for watching, and we will see you next week.